Hi, this is Cindy. Welcome again to Cindy's Place, to 3 Minute Nuggets. Glad to have you back. We're talking about the nugget of being filled. And we're looking at Ephesians 5, verse 18. And be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. And then verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. I want to talk about that idea again of being filled. When you look in the Greek at verse 18, it says, be filled with the Spirit of God. And it gives us the idea that this is something that's continual and it's ongoing. Being filled. That it's not something that just happens once and it's done, but it's a continual thing that happens. And so we're talking about continually, on an ongoing basis, being filled with the Spirit of God. And verse 19 begins to give us some ideas of how this happens. It says, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. The idea here is that it's something that comes out of us. It comes out of our heart. It says singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. So it comes out of our heart. It's being directed to God. And it's coming out of our mouths. So it's coming out of our heart. And it's going to God. And it's coming out of our mouths. Really, this is a picture of worship. And so it's the idea that we're worshiping God, that it's coming out of our hearts and we're giving it to the Lord, and it's coming out of our mouth. Psalms, hymns, spiritual songs, singing and making melody to the Lord, out of our heart. And so the idea is that to be filled with the Spirit, we have a continual, ongoing worship that comes out of our heart to the Lord. And we're speaking it out of our mouths. We'll continue to look at this more as far as psalms, hymns, spiritual songs, and what that means. But for today, I want us to just really focus in that this is talking about worship. That we worship God on a continual basis, an ongoing basis, not just on the days we go to church, not just once a month, once a week, but every day. And really, it's an all-day thing. As we're going and doing different things in our lives, that we can be singing and making melody in our heart to the Lord, speaking it out of our mouth. And that as we worship Him, as we're in that place of worship, giving that worship to the Lord, that we're being filled. We're being filled with His presence. We're being filled with Him. We're being filled with the Spirit of God. And so I just want to encourage you today, as you go about your day, being filled with the Spirit of God. Be in a constant place of worshiping Him, singing, making melody in your heart to Him, releasing it through your mouth, being conscious of Him and worshiping Him. Being filled, worshiping Him as you go about your day today. God bless you.